right, we're back. All right, we said we're going to talk about a little bit of baseball here. So as we're getting to the All-Star game, home run derby's tomorrow. All-Star game is on Tuesday. So the first half of the season wrapped up this afternoon. We'll talk about the Angels and Dodgers. That freeway series wrapped up. Really good, another really good series. So both series they played, every game was really good, very competitive.
Yeah.
They split the series right down the middle, so no bragging rights.
Yeah.
Except the Dodgers got a better record overall.
Yeah, more upside.
Yeah, so Dodgers going into the break, actually playing really good ball. They're right there. They're in the hunt for the division. Obviously, I think they're still the favorite, considering that they got the worst start in team history this year. Overcome a lot of injuries, kind of getting some things put together. They're having some good years out of who? Kemp's having a really good year.
Kemp,
Max
Muncy,
Muncy, again. They got another find.
Throw Jock in there.
You could throw Jock in there, yeah.
Stepping up, power-wise.
And Stripling has really helped them, in their rotation. So Dodgers looking pretty good. They'll probably be buyers, obviously.
Division's a dogfight.
They probably could use another arm and another bat, possibly an infielder. Maybe they're in the Machado's Machado sweepstakes.
A lot of teams. That's gonna be fun to see
who lands him.
Yeah.
So they got it down to like maybe 8 teams now. So
Dodgers, Brewers,
Phillies.
Phillies in there.
Yeah.
Here they come.
And again, it could be a rental, so they got to be careful. So if you depends on they're going to get the best offer, but just because he gets traded doesn't mean he's going to stay there because he's a free agent at the end of the year. So someone's going to have to probably. He's going to cost someone $300 million, I'm sure. Okay, and the Angels on the flip side, one game over 500, obviously underachieving. They do have some pretty good things going on right now. Pujols hit 2 home runs the other night and then went straight to the DL. Calhoun had 3 homers this weekend. His power numbers are coming back a little bit. So
Upton much better.
Yeah.
Ever since that injury, changed his stance. He's making better contact with the ball. Way better.
It's validated being in the lineup now.
Yeah.
And then Upton has 9 RBIs his last 6 games, so he's playing. He's hitting pretty well. His fielding's a little
home run
having some issues.
Go ahead home run on yesterday, last night's game.
Yeah,
beat the Dodgers.
So they're obviously going to be sellers. I don't know what else, what all they have to sell. Obviously, Ian Kinsler will probably be someone that they're not going to get much in return, but he can go. Valbuena, someone might want a lefty bat off the bench, and you might get a Double-A prospect or something like that. You never know how they pan out. Or someone might want someone out of their pen, which go ahead, take any of them. But I don't think the Angels they're not primed to get anything in return for any of those guys, and some of the other guys are kind of untouchable.
Yeah.
So it's not much going to happen for them, I don't think.
No, he's going to cruise to the end.
Maybe we could trade managers. That'd be sweet.
That would be awesome.
So, anyways, and then other non-All-Star news is Mike Matheny, the first manager to get fired. So
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, 47-46. His first 4 years there. Playoffs every year. Matter of fact, the second year they were in the World Series. They lost, but they made it. 2015, 2016, just not happening. 2017, not happening. There's some turmoil in there. So I think it was probably time to pull the plug there.
That's just going back to the Angels. Just goes to show how overdue Mike Scioscia is, right?
Yeah, it's been 16 years since that World Series title. So I don't know how long a title gets you, but all right. So we're gonna go right into the All-Star game. So. Latest scratch is Corey Kluber will not play. He's got his knees bothering him, so that gets Blake Snell into the game, which we were talking about on last show that he for sure needed to be in this game. Him and Kluber's stat line, John, I'll go over those stat lines.
Yep. So Kluber, who was in originally, 12-5, 2.76 ERA, with 132 strikeouts. Blake Snell replaces him with the same record at 12-5. His ERA is 2.27 with 134 strikeouts. So I think Snell should have been the original guy instead of Kluber, but obviously Kluber
Name recognition.
Kluber's deserving also, but I think Snell above him. I think.
Yeah. And I'm just glad he's in there. And again, all these guys are just going to play or pitch for one inning. So, or they might just pitch to a batter or two, but to get in the game. And I'm glad Snell's in there. So, couple other things. So we're talking about the home run derby for a couple minutes. So, actually, I'm gonna give them the baseball a thumbs up because non-all-stars are in the actual derby, which that's cool. There's a couple non-all-stars in there that actually deserve. I think are good home run candidates. So the derby, to me, I don't know about you, Jonah, but from my opinion, I think the collection of the 8 guys isn't that great.
Yeah, I agree. They could have done better.
I think there's a couple potential good matchups in there, but I think the wow factor is definitely missing.
Yeah, but we'll see power though for sure. You got guys like Aguilar, Bryce Harper, Schwarber can rake. It's be interesting to see how Freddie Freeman does in the Derby because he hits home runs, but distance is
think of him. Yeah, you think of him as kind of he's a big guy, but he's like a line drive hitter.
Yeah.
Like Trout would never enter home run derby because I think Trout just tries to hit the ball hard. He doesn't.
Yeah. Doesn't take the uppercut.
You think if he wanted to, he could probably hit 55 every year, but I think he's just focused on just hitting the ball, line drive. If he hits them out, they go out. But so that the matchups we got is here
Aguilar, Reese Hoskins, the 1 and 8 seed is Aguilar 1, Hoskins 8. Bryce Harper, a hometown hero favorite, 2 seed. He goes against Freddie Freeman, 7 seed.
Yeah.
And you got Baez going up against is it Max Muncy?
Muncy.
Right?
Muncy's the 3, Baez the 6.
I believe so. And then you got Bregman and Schwarber. So
the 4 and 5. So obviously Schwarber might be interesting. I don't think Bregman's he's not gonna light it up. I mean he's gonna hit maybe some 400-footer home runs, but Schwarber has a chance to really smoke some. I think Muncy as well. Obviously Harper's won this before. Freeman's gonna be interesting. Aguilar will be interesting too because he can hit bombs. Baez is kind of the wild card. He just, even in BP, I could see him just overswinging so much that he probably hits like 8 pop flies before he hits one out and then hits 5 in a row out. So we'll see. I'm gonna predict, just because it's in his hometown, I hope he doesn't win it, but I think Harper's obviously the favorite. Personally, I'd like to see Muncy win. Or I would even be good with Freddie Freeman. So
I'd say Aguilar and Harper will be in the final. But I think Aguilar, he's got so much power, and Bryce does too. But I think I have to give it to Bryce just because of that hometown advantage with the fans and stuff behind him.
Plus, don't you think like in the past, the guys would get gassed? Aguilar might get gassed.
Could.
He's a big dude, and believe it or not, I don't know how the weather's going to be there, but it's kind of humid out there in DC. So
tiring.
You see how some of these guys, when they get to the final round, they're just like, oh, when they're hitting the ball. So they get a little taxed. But I think it's going to be. It'll be fun. It always is. So don't have ridiculous expectations. You'll have a good time watching it. All right, we'll segue into NASCAR real quick. Pretty unexciting weekend in NASCAR. The race was in Kentucky. Truex pretty much led most of the race, right, Jonah?
He swept the stages and brought the win home.
Number 4 for the year. So you got
4.
Harvick and Busch with 5, Truex with 4. Boyer has 2, and everyone else has 1 and none. So there was only 2 cautions in the race, so the race,
a lot of strategy going in.
It was pretty spaced out towards the end of the race. It ended on green, obviously. So,
at least we had a deserving winner win and not some fluke green white checkered finish.
Sure.
So,
Blaney, good race, finished second. He was strong.
Finally, can finish one out.
Yeah. Kozlowski raced really strong too. He was third. Kyle Busch, which he wasn't expecting a whole lot out of his car. He got a 4th. Kevin Harvick 5th. So they're going to New Hampshire next week. So hopefully just for NASCAR fans, it's a much more exciting race. We've had a couple real good exciting races, so I guess we were down for a dud.
Not every single race can be
Yeah.
super exciting.
So,
But I don't know. Coming off of Kentucky, it's like you said, not as exciting as previous weeks. Then you go into New Hampshire, which is also not very exciting, but hopefully they find a way
happens.
to make it exciting.
And one last NASCAR note. So for any Philadelphia Eagle fans out there, do you want to tell them what's happening?
That's me. Alex Bowman is going to have an Exalta Philadelphia Eagles paint scheme at Pocono upcoming in the month of August.
Yep. So all Eagle colors and all the Eagle logos amongst the other the ad pieces on there. So that's cool. So all right, so that's NASCAR. So we'll be back in the next segment and we'll wrap things up with a few other updates and some other sports and a couple what the hells and a couple shout outs, guys. We'll be back.